What's up everybody, this is Dame2K. It's currently 9:30 on a Saturday. I've woken up at 7 o'clock, gone for a run, stretched, done everything I need to get ready for my game tomorrow. It feels good after having a week off due to personal health issues. It's nothing too serious, but it was kind of serious. It's good to actually do something. I don't know about you guys, but I personally hate not doing anything exercise-wise. I just have to do something. But since my energy levels are high and I'm feeling really good and free flying, I thought I might bring you to NBA 2K17 Part 2, MyCareer Wishlist. If you haven't seen Part 1, I'll leave an annotation with a link to the first part somewhere on this video, so just look around, you'll see it. And make sure to check out my 30 for 30 NBA 2K series. I haven't uploaded in a while because I'm waiting for my microphone stand to get here so I can do some live commentary on those. But let's get into it. This is what you came here for. So today I'll be talking about the ways that 2K could consider, or maybe just what I think they should do in my career. I've been playing MyPlayer since 2K10, all the way up to 2K16, but to be honest with you, I'm kind of just sick of it, because it's literally the same thing over and over again. But 2K10 to maybe 2K12 was a little bit different, because there was only 3 games, but from then on out, it's pretty much just been the same every time, and I'm kind of sick of it, to be honest. The last 3 story modes, I don't know if you can really call it a story mode, that's what they're trying to do. They haven't really had any longevity in their gameplay. You pretty much start off out at the draft, and you're promised a draft spot, and then you end up getting picked in the lottery pretty much every time anyway. I personally don't think that 2K should go in the same direction as they did this year in 2K16 with the Spike Lee story mode kind of thing. I've heard a lot of people say they don't like it, I've heard some people say they do like it, but for most of the parts, I heard that a lot of people don't like it, they didn't enjoy it. Now, the main parts of the video, this is going to be pretty much the meat to the sandwich of this video. So, I have maybe, five options that 2K could take. So I have the American success story, like the one that it was in most 2Ks. You go through high school and college. You have the more options in the high school and college environment, so you have more games, longer quarters, everything that everybody wanted, and you still get to pick your college. And same with the American not so successful story. So you're either a late pick or you go undrafted. You go through high school and college again. You have more options as well, so you can make games longer quarters, pick your college, but then you have an option to go back to college for another year or 3. One thing that I would have to say that would be a little bit difficult is I'm unsure on how they would, if they did do it, how they would determine how this would happen. Do you pick at the start if you want to go the American one and done option, or the American option of working hard to get where you need to be? And how are these game modes going to differ from each other? Is one going to be one story mode and another one's going to be a different? So a first round pick, like someone that's going to be in the lottery, is going to have a much different career to someone that was picked number 60. If you're a lottery pick, you get all the shoe deals, all the endorsements in the first year, second year. But one thing I think that 2K stuffs up every year is just, if you're a player that's not so good and you're not getting minutes, but you're still getting endorsements, I just don't see how that works. Like, why would someone want to buy a shoe for a guy that's coming off the bench, or is just not as good as everybody else in the league? So we're going to move on from those 2 options. We're going to stay in America. This kind of ties into my fourth and fifth one as well, so bear with me and then we'll get into the other one. Someone like Brandon Jennings, he played high school and didn't go to college, but he went pros overseas. This would be my third option. So skipping college and going pro overseas. 2K has rights to some European teams, but they're literally not utilized in any way. I'm a big fan of international basketball. I personally myself am trying to play professional basketball overseas in Europe somewhere. If I had the choice on NBA 2K17 to go overseas and play somewhere else instead of going to college, I'd take that route, because I'm a much bigger fan of playing against professionals instead of other amateurs. The way they'd make this European option coming out of high school work is they'd have like a Champions League kind of thing. So it's pretty much like a college season. Instead, there's more games. You'll be playing back-to-back games, so I think that they should integrate that into the game. So if you're playing a back-to-back game, you're going to be tired. And then there's also going to be the pressure of you performing, because a lot of people, they don't understand, when you're playing international basketball, not everything is guaranteed. If a club is paying you very big money and you're not performing, you're going to be sent home. They're going to cut your contract. So now to my 4th and 5th options, which kind of tie into my 3rd one that I just suggested then, is starting off overseas as a young prospect. Similar to the guy that was just picked, I'm sure you've all heard of him, Kristaps Porzingis. You would do what's similar to the Brandon Jennings one, is you'd play a season in the EuroLeague or whichever one. See, I don't think they could make different leagues because they don't really have that many teams, so just make all the EuroLeague teams one. Make it a big tournament. So I don't know if any of you guys follow soccer, they have a Champions League where they have like a best of 32 kind of thing. So you make it a bracket like that, and then you work your way up into the championship games. But similar to the high school and college thing, you can make the season in quarter length as long as you want. So you could have something like a 4-game season where it's just a pretty much just plays key games, or you can have the whole 32 games with 6-minute quarters or 12-minute quarters, whatever's up to you. Then after that's done, you enter the draft based on your stock. But this is going to be like, so you're a young prospect that's pretty good, so you're going to be playing in a league. So say everyone's a 70 overall, you're going to be like a 75, so you're a bit better than everybody. And then that way you can enter the draft while you're still young, and then like Christos Porzingis, just take off. And now to my fifth and final option is you start off playing overseas, you get signed by an NBA team, and then you work your way into the roster. Something like Joe Ingles, because I know Joe Ingles' story pretty well. I've actually played against Joe Ingles. I met Joe Ingles, he's a really nice guy. So he started off in NBL when he was 17, absolutely dominated that league, and then went overseas and played in Spain. And he took a couple of years in Spain to get himself signed. So the way this would work is you're overseas, you're playing, you take maybe one season there, but you're a lot older. So you're probably like a 23, 24-year-old instead of being 19, 20. Then you start off getting an opportunity, say maybe like 5 minutes a game, and then just work your way up. That's all 5 options I have. I just think that having 5 different career modes or 5 different options in my player would just help the game mode take off a little bit more. Since it's kind of stale at the moment, it's been the same 3 or 4 times. So add the option of going international, because not everybody is American. So I just feel like that if 2K appreciated the international side of the game a little bit more, since we do have a lot of international players in the league. I couldn't tell you how many international players, but it would be more than 1 or 2 on each team. That's how many there is. And I think it'd be awesome if I could follow the path of someone like Joe Ingles. Like, I know a lot of Americans be like, oh, Joe Ingles isn't that good, but he's from Australia. We don't have many Australian basketball players, so being able to do what he did would be awesome. But also having 5 different options adds to the longevity of the gameplay. Like, I saw a lot of people complaining saying, okay, you play high school, college, that's pretty much 1 hour of gameplay. You play your rookie season, which is another hour of gameplay. You play your first season, which took like, I don't know, maybe a month if you played it non-stop, and then after that you had nothing. Make the career modes long. So you have 5 different starting options, and then they all kind of intertwine into the same last ending. But that's going to be all for today's video. So like the video if you liked it. Please comment down below what you think of the video. Like if you think that these are a good idea, if they're a bad idea, why. And subscribe so you can keep supporting me, because I'm going to be making more MyCareer videos, and be sure to check out my other stuff. Thanks for watching.